Meeting in order, let the record reflect this to me, the Fayette County Alcoholic Beverage Board on March the 4th, 2026 at 1 P.M. The members present, local board.
Sam Harvey.
George Morris.
And Jeff Lang, the State Excise Police. First order of business for the board is approved last month's minutes. In January, we had 2 renewals and 2 were continued. And then in February, we did not have a meeting.
I move, accept minutes.
Second.
Motion been moved in a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, it's been approved. All persons in attendance seeking a new permit, requesting a change of location or ownership, or seeking a renewal after violation, please raise your right hand. Do each of you solemnly swear or affirm under the penalties of perjury that the answers you have given on your application or any testimony you may give to any questions asked by this board to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay, the first order of business on the agenda, we have an automatic renewal with no violation. DL 2134278, Quick Stop. That's the only automatic renewal, no violations.
Need a motion on that? Move, accept the renewal.
Second.
Motion has been moved in a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, that will be submitted for approval. Okay, next we have DL 2134312, DBA's Liquor 1, that pending violation, transfer of ownership, that would just continue to next month. DL 2134313, the DBA is Liquor 1, that's a transfer of ownership. They have a pending violation, that will be continued to next month. Next, we have DL 2123857, renewal. It's a Walmart. They had a violation paid. Who do we have here today representing this permit?
Alex Ittermel with Rose McKinney and Evans, attorney for Walmart.
And Lee Schaffer, store manager with Walmart, Connersville.
Lee, can you spell your last name, please?
SHAFFER,
What's your title?
store manager.
Okay, violation was for mandatory carding and furnishing alcohol to minor, $1,000 civil penalty. That was paid. Were you present during the violation?
No, I was not.
So it looks like it was a compliance check.
Yep.
The youth was 18 years old through IU. Employee was Jason Pass. No ID was requested, payment was made. Mr. Pass offered no plausible explanation for failing to request identification.
Yep,
I'll
so
leave it up to you.
as Officer Lang said, it's pretty straightforward. This was a compliance check. Lee and I were talking, I mean, I've been working with Walmart for 20+ years. Lee's been with them for 30 years. The policy has always been you check everybody's ID. And, you know, Walmart's got a great compliance record because of their training that they do and make sure that employees know you check IDs, there's point of sale protections that you have to type in the information on the ID with birth date and whatnot. And every once in a while, you just have an employee that, as Officer Lang said, no plausible explanation, just didn't do his job. And sold to the minor, the violation was issued. Per Walmart's policy, the employee was terminated immediately. And everyone was retrained. And, you know, so Lee, maybe you could tell the board a little bit about the training and how there's regular updates as well that you have with your supervisors and staff and employees about selling and what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, every person that runs a register before they're ever on a register takes computer-based learning that walks them through the steps as far as selling alcohol and tobacco. Verifying ID on everybody is part of that training. It also falls into the system where they have to take it once a year as a refresher. So the person in question would have at that point have been with us a little over 2 years, so he would have taken it at least 3 times in that time frame.
Training's there. Every once in a while, you just get an employee that just doesn't do their job. So I think this was the first violation at this store based on,
Correct.
you know, the penalty and just kind of knowing. I end up showing either my partner Lisa or I show up when these things happen, and I don't recall being out here. So we don't anticipate having any further issues. Training's still in place. Everyone understands how serious it is.
Is, he terminate or in? Is that automatic?
Yes, yeah,
The employees aware of that?
yes, yeah, they're told that when they go through orientation, before they ever set foot on the sales floor.
But cash registers are set up to either scan an ID or enter date of birth.
Yeah, as
So
soon
you
as you,
just
as soon
probably,
as you scan anything that's age restricted, whether it's alcohol, tobacco, spray paint, whatever, it tells you have to enter the date off their birth date off their driver's license.
do you recall what he did to
I-
bypass the system?
I do not, I don't know if he
Because the
keyed in,
report doesn't indicate it, so that
you
question.
would have had to
must
key
not
it in a birth date of some sort, so.
Yeah, like you said, the report didn't say, and we tried to find out, couldn't find out. It's total speculation, but we've had employees in the past, they use their parents or older brother, or somebody, some birthday that they know that is would clear the system, and they just type that in. Not sure if that's what happened here, but
This, person that was doing the purchasing, if they were from, Indiana University or wherever, probably wouldn't have known the person bringing them out. It's not like, wouldn't have been like, their buddy comes in and they
Right.
do like you said.
yeah, I don't think, in Officer Lincoln, in all my experience, I think if one of the underage youths, if they do recognize something, I don't think they'd go through with the.
No.
They're trained to not. do
What it
that.
is, Sam, is they're employed through IU, but they're from a surrounding county, or so to
They could be
speak.
known.
So they're not from Fayette County whatsoever. There's a possibility they can know somebody, but the protocol is if you recognize, even if they recognize a family member or something in the store, we usually tell them just turn around and go out. Because they're purchasing alcohol in public, then sometimes people start talking, don't realize that they're actually working.
Right.
But this youth and this, I mean, I know where they're from. They're not from anywhere near around here. They're 18. It's just one of those. We just don't use those youth in the community that they live in or surrounding communities just because of that.
Sure. Protect their animals.
The compliance checks are witnessed by an officer. There would have been, because 2 officers go with them. So one would have stayed in the car, one would have gone into Walmart and would have been probably standing in line behind them. Could be standing on the next checkout lane. So, because usually what happens is the officer wants to hear the interaction. In case the kid comes up and says, "Oh, I'm 21." And then the whole process is terminated at that point, but there's an officer witness to make sure that the youth is doing what they're supposed to be doing. If that makes sense.
Mhm.
Because the instructions are the youth's not carrying any ID, they're not to lie. It's not to trick the store or anything. It's just to get them to check an ID and prevent the sale and communicate with the customer. That's the intent of the program because they're not. I think they changed it a few years ago where they can actually have, the males can actually have facial hair now. Before they could. Most of the time, it's based on, the youth is based on the officers themselves too, is if they think that that person or that youth, they may be only 18, but with a beard and all that they appear to be 23 and 24, we just don't use them. Because like I said, that's not the intent of the program. So if they look older than what they really are, we won't use them. Because that's
It's not there for entrapment.
right. It's not the intent of the program to trick them or deceive or anything like that. It's really just get them check IDs and follow the laws. That's about it. So.
Well, based on what we've heard here today, I would move that, we do we renewed the Walmart license.
I'd second that.
Motion's been moved in a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Be submitted for renewal. Any other business for the board before adjournment?
I make a motion we adjourn.
Second.
Motion's been moved in a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Who made all the motions?